In reality, it's a terrestrial equivalent. You know, the terrestrial equivalent of the Moreton Bay Marine Park is putting a national park in a garbage dump. That's the equivalent. The reality is the Moreton Bay Marine Park is basically a band-aid being used to cover a skin cancer. It's a classic case of treating symptoms of a problem rather than the actual cause. So the other day I found a paper on the Global Environment Facility. It's an organisation set up by the World Bank. They were established over 20 years ago as a $1 billion pilot project with the United Nations Environment Programme. What they're trying to do, the GEF, were trying to establish and assist the protection of the global environment, and part of that was to establish marine protected areas in developing countries. Now they've been trying to do that for basically 20 years. And recently I found a paper from them, and it's a distillation of 20 years of experience working on implementing marine protected areas. Now I've got a link here for any of the media if they want to follow it up. So this is, it's a document, it's hard-won information from people, the world experts on marine protected areas and how to implement it. They had 6 key lessons, so I'll just go through them. Essentially, the key lessons were, number one, do not oversell marine parks by exaggerating the benefits and ignoring the costs. 2, marine parks are mostly useful in developing countries which do not have effective fisheries management. 3, marine parks should be designed to address key threats to the ecosystem. So currently, these people actually say the marine park management practice does not place sufficient emphasis on threats that arise outside the lines of the environment.
Just going to walk around.
4, evaluate the benefits and the costs of the marine parks. Don't just try to sell benefits without looking at the costs. Only by acknowledging that are you going to get engaged with the industry. They're saying comprehensive monitoring of how the park performs is very important. And 6, and finally, where fishers or other resource users are likely to be displaced, provide realistic options for their alternative livelihoods, and they specifically mentioned catch and release fishing. So, Global Environment Facility, they've done this hard work. They've been doing it for 20 years, but they've highlighted exactly the same issues that the industry here has been talking to the government about. So, Australia is surrounded by the sea, and 90% of us live in coastal catchments, and we've got fisheries which are pretty well managed. Because of this, it's actually not a case that everything will be okay if we just have marine parks and get the fisheries close as big as possible. It's just not that simple. The health of our marine environment in Australia is a responsibility of everyone who builds a house, everyone who flushes a toilet, or anyone who unplugs a sink in their home. It's important that the marine industries of Australia and the primary stakeholders, by the way, of those marine environments, it's important that you keep letting the public and the politicians know what the real threats are to our marine environment. It's about improving water quality and protecting habitat, and that's what we need to do to protect our marine ecosystems for our kids.